Man United 0, Liverpool 3. There's nowhere to hide with that, bro.
Nowhere to hide with that. Nowhere to hide. I think we could spend we could spend $1 billion, bro. And look, we're the result is the same, man. We played these lot so many times. I don't think I've watched us beat Liverpool. Like I've seen I've seen on TV, you know, the FA Cup one, which is like a from the death somehow. But then today wasn't. It's just an embarrassment, you know. Like, and the one thing is, I don't think I'm not at anger. I'm not like, right, is this what we're gonna be this season? Like, is this who we are? This is a Man United side now. Like, we play Liverpool and get embarrassed every single time. I was just kind of hoping that the game ends. Like, it was 3-0, and I was like, you remember that last chance that someone tried to walk it in?
Sabosla.
And I was thinking, mate, this could be a 5-0 today. We could lose Kobe today, and there's so many issues. The manager doesn't have nowhere to hide, but there's so many issues upon issues.
What's some of the issues that you see?
We can't pass. You know,
like just a simple. Can't pass. But then it was like. And that's where you look at the manager and say, well, why can't we pass? We've had 3 years to learn how to pass, and this is your team, do you know what I mean? So I don't know what's going on there. We got a guy called Casemiro who can't play midfield. I was having conversations earlier, someone said play him in the 8, bro. Play him in the 8. Like, Casemiro, he gets the ball and he puts us in trouble. Liverpool, do you know what the hardest thing is? Liverpool were in second gear the whole match. Correct.
Second gear. They didn't even have to. Like, that wasn't a intense game. I'm out here with my voice intact. What is that about? That's a derby for me. That's a derby. This is one of our biggest games of the season.
It's our biggest.
It's one of them, right? It's our biggest game, absolutely. Yeah. And we've come out here in a sense of forlorn, just like Man United, innit? Like, I've just literally stepped out and I said, I'm not gonna go out here and start ranting, screaming and stuff, because why will I rant if I've seen this before? I know this. So now it's just, well, what does this season look like? That's all I'm wondering. I wonder if it's gonna be.
How do you? Of course, it's game week 3, innit?
Yeah, that's why.
But how do you feel that it can?
Because of the lack of consistency, Flex, I can't tell you what we're gonna do. We could now, after international break, come back and try and do something. But I think we will now starting to look kind of fifth, six-ish.
I was saying, I think it's alarming how like
we shouldn't be feeling like this on the third game of the season.
Absolutely not. But like the front line. Yeah. Like, it's not creating chances. The goalies aren't under pressure. Like, it's alarming how like toothless we are in that area. Like, we've brought in Zeerkee. He had a tough day today.
It was rubbish.
And you're like, whoa, this looks really, really really bad.
Bro, as in like, it's because you can't just blame Zeerkee.
No,
obviously, Rashi's been here. Rashi's been rubbish. Ten Hag starts Rashi anyway. We thought Rashi may be able to do something. Obviously, Garnacho gets hooked. Garnacho didn't do anything to stay on the pitch anyway. But then Ahmad gets sacrificed, and this is where like Ten Hag probably doesn't help himself in it, because it's all about selection, Flex. All about selection, and I feel like if he you've been there for 3 years, he has to know his team. He has to know who he can trust and who he can go to. You've been hanging your hat on Rashi for a long time now. Is that the one? You've been hanging your hat on Casemiro. We told you last season when we had the Amrabat situation and he had to drop Casemiro. Imagine this, we dropped Amrabat for FA Cup final. All the important games, it's Casemiro. You didn't want Casemiro.
Who should have started today?
But I'm saying as in. But that's obviously we brought in Ugarte, so yes, we're trying to address the thing. But then it's the fact of Amrabat wasn't your guy for your most important game of the season, but he's back. How? And then that's.
Oh, Casemiro wasn't your.
Yeah, sorry, Casemiro wasn't your most important player for the most important game of the season.
Yeah.
But now it's a new season. It's like Men in Black. Everything's fine. We're back. I think like there's issues upon issues at Man United, and I don't want to go too far. But then I don't know what type of season. I think we're gonna be we'll be inconsistent. We'll be games, and do you know what's the worst part about it? Started off all right today. First, but you said it. Them jing bang.
That's what I'm saying.
15,
and you know,
20.
like, I know the instant thing, especially between us. It's like, Flex, don't be negative. Because I found myself like, what happened was when Dallo like done that little slide tackle, then got it again. Then we won a corner. Then Bruno. I was banging the glass, and I was like, yeah. And I sat down in the seat, and I went,
Nah, like this is what we do. Like we ain't had a shot on target. Like, I just felt it, and it's like I hate to be proved right, but that's what we are.
Flex, man. We're like, again, it was hard to see Zeerkee struggle, and we always say these things like he struggled, man. He couldn't get around. His passing is bad. Zeerkee's passing was as bad as Casemiro's. He's just doing it higher up the pitch. But then you could tell that kid is running around with too much timber, and he's not fit enough yet. So he can't do the job at this moment.
He's going to be like mobile like that in general. Like if you're Van Dijk and Kanate, you're not worried about Zeerkee.
No,
but he can't do that. You're not worried that he's going to take you that way. No way, because he doesn't. He's going to go short.
Bro, then look, bro, like I'm not a football specialist in terms of who to bring in, but I feel like we just bring in things that it doesn't work. I'm not going to judge him now. So I'm not talking about Zeerkee. I'm not talking about him. It's not man saying bring back McTominay. But on a serious note, honestly, we brought in a footballing group. We brought in everyone. They got to figure this out. It's simple as that. Ten Hag, like a lot of people are saying that he won't make it till December. We'll see what happens. Again, it's the results. This is a results business.
He won't if he carries on like this.
No, it's a results business. End of the day, he has to try and get some results from his team. And I think Europa's our best bet. If this is what we're doing in the league already, like it's crazy. But yeah,
the bounce back has to be strong. You got Southampton out the break away.
Yeah.
We know how negativity can keep.
12:30 Saturday.
It's at 12:30 as well. And everyone watch. It's the same feel. And already, 4th game of the season, you have a must win. You have like a do or die feeling. The 4th game of the season.
Straight away, bro. But we know, like the funny thing is, we know this team innit. We know this team. Like nothing was new. I think what the club should want is us ranting because we have a big expectation. But no one out here. Like I'm looking at everyone's face, and it's familiar. Everything is familiar. Losing's familiar. All of this stuff is familiar. So now it's just like seatbelt on. It's going to be a long season. We'll see what happens. Hopefully there'll be days when we can be proud of the squad. Hopefully there'll be days where we put in a good performance, but I don't know. But again, Ten Hag has nowhere to hide. This season is like, it's not about THDL, it's not about fence, any of these different factions or player FC, this, that and the other. It's Man United, can we get results? If we don't get results, we'll see what happens. Then now there's Ineos, everyone's there, so Ten Hag has to deliver. Right out.